What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson, man. I'm ready to get it started. I want to talk about this load management thing. This really tripped me out. So I seen it the other day, and I heard people was upset about this load management thing. NBA executives been crying and pouting about it, talking about it's getting absurd. Excuse me. So anyway, I've noticed that the main players resting this season, or the main player resting this season, is Kawhi Leonard. Here's why I don't have a problem with this resting thing. As long as the injury, or as long as it's because of an injury or some kind of healing of the body, it's okay. But if somebody's just resting because they're perfectly happy and they just don't feel like playing a trash team in the night, then that's a problem. But if that's not the case, then why cry about it? And this is why I really believe that certain executives are upset about this, because they have players on their team. If you're a bad team in the NBA, most of your players is playing every night because you don't have no playoff hopes. You don't have whatever. If you're a bad player playing, or if you're a good player playing for a terrible team, you just trying to make sure you're doing your thing, make sure you're living up to your money, hopefully looking forward to getting a bigger contract, whatever it may be later on in the season. But these good teams, these Los Angeles Lakers teams, these Los Angeles Clippers teams, Houston Rockets, Milwaukee Bucks, with stars on them, with huge stars on them, if one of those stars get hurt, what do you think those teams are going to be able to do in the playoffs? If Kawhi Leonard goes down, knock on wood, what do you think the Clippers, how far do you really think they're going to go in the playoffs if Kawhi Leonard goes down in early or late in the season of the NBA and he can't play in the playoffs? Yeah, Paul George is there and they got a good little surrounding. The team is good, but they're not going to win a championship like they was hoping for. If AD goes down or LeBron goes down, knock on wood once again, the Lakers aren't doing a damn thing. Harden, I know all of these players have been playing. The only one resting has really been Kawhi. But why cry about it just because you don't have that say? You don't have that leverage to be like, you know what, I need you to rest tonight because we gonna need you later on in the season. Then that's a different story, because that's smart on other executives with star players. That's smart for them. I tell my player 10 times out of 10, if you're not feeling healthy, look, you need to rest it. You need to chill out, go ahead, take a seat, whatever. Get okay, because we're going to need you in the long run. And I don't think anything is wrong with that. And I understand. I completely understand that it can suck for a fan, or if you're in Chicago and you know the Lakers only come to Chicago twice throughout the whole season, and you want to see LeBron and AD, but the time they go there, they're resting. I understand that that's very annoying. So to fix that problem, send a notice, send an early notice on something. Like, let them know earlier, or whatever it may be, as long as it's not that same night, to give some fans some hope, whatever it may be. As long as it's not the same night, then I don't really have a problem with it. But it does become absurd if players are doing it 20 minutes before the game, like, oh, I think I'm going to just rest out tonight because we playing some nobodies. Then that's a different story. But on the other hand of it, it's a brilliant idea. It's longevity. People, these NBA players have so many miles on their bodies. And I get it. Because some people say, well, Jordan ain't never rested. MJ ain't never had to rest. Scottie Pippen ain't never had to rest. And I get that. That's cool. But you got to think about how many games of basketball people are playing. The game of basketball is going to continue to evolve. That's why I always say that during the GOAT conversation, but the game of basketball is going to continue to evolve. People in the 1980s weren't playing basketball year round. You could be an average dude who played hard, hustled, and you could still probably get to the NBA, especially if you was tall and you played hard. But you didn't have to play basketball all year round to get noticed. Now these kids, even if you're an average Joe, if you're an average dude, you still playing basketball all year round because you may think it's fun. AAU tournaments, these long seasons, high school seasons, all these other tournaments. It's so many miles on people's bodies. And I was talking with a colleague of mine, and we brought up how, we brought up Zion Williamson, how he's been injured and things like that. The Pelicans have been trying to teach him how to walk again, how to do all these other things. But one thing that he said, it was very interesting, and I loved it, because he was like, Zion has been facing injuries his entire career. He never played a full season of basketball when he was in high school, when he was in college, and now in the NBA. He's never played a full season of basketball. And those injuries continue to carry on continue to carry on as a player gets to the NBA. He's still going to have broken bones or whatever it may be. So as an executive, you got to take that decision and be like, well, do I want this guy who's facing these injury problems or not? Or if he gets hurt, would I be okay with him taking a break, healing all the way or not? Because if it's me, if you don't like that a guy, I highly doubt any of the executives who have superstars resting are really upset. If they are, it's most likely because of a money thing. But other than that, if you're really that upset about it, don't pay them all that damn money then. Let them go somewhere else and play. If you're an executive and you're really upset that a player is taking care of his body that's made him so much money, if you're really upset about that as an executive, don't pay him. Send him somewhere else. Send him somewhere else. Put him on a new team. Other than that, you're crazy if you think it's not a smart idea to rest your star player so he can be healthy come playoff time. And I know anything can happen, but it's the smart move to make, especially if he's coming off an injury or recovering from an injury that he's been trying to recover from over the years.